Hello all, it's just Paul again. Alright, so back on the bench today is the Super Panther, and there is one task that we're doing to complete this radio. By luck, I managed to pick up another 40 switch dedicated for this radio, which that's it here. The main reason for the replacement is the missing segments. And the missing segments are due to the resistor banks. There's two of these at the base of the selector, and they generally burn, or the top of the resin lifts off this, and you start losing segments on your display. Secondly, a new old stock mic, thanks Ken, turned up today. So that fits the final part of the restoration. Okay, I've done a bit of filling work here with the highlights with paint. The other big thing is I removed the channel switch and put an audio jack in there, which sort of it's the best that I can manage to make it look factory and get rid of all of that hacking hackery on the radio. All right, so we're going to start by, I put a mic hanger on as well. So we're going to start by removing all the case screws, getting it opened, then removing the screws, there's 6 I believe, from the surround, and removing the channel selector knob to prepare the workspace. When I have more, I'll show more. Okay, operating space is now starting to look more like a work in motion. All right, so what do we have to do? The first thing is remove the nut from here and undo this nut here. This one you don't need to. Remove that, and then the switch will pull out that way. The next, before I do that, I'm going to desolder these pads here, because this board comes off and sits on top of the new selector. Okay, the channel selector's moved out of the way. What we need to do is desolder that pole there and that pole there. That's the only wiring that we're transferring from underneath the selector. And then we fit that to the new board. Okay, so started preparing this. This is the new channel selector. Just this is something that I do. It's not, it's not entirely necessary, but over the years, experiences with dry joints on these boards, what I do is when I'm putting something together for the final time, I go around the tracks. I take the grey resin off the surface, and then put new solder on all these areas and create a bigger footprint, and then spray with the board lacquer. So that's where we're at the moment. I'll just do that. Okay, job done. Now ready for lacquer. All right, lacquer done. We'll move on to putting on the top plate now, top board. Okay, I've transferred this screw with the brass mounting block behind it, polished the LED readout with a cutting compound, and now I'm ready to delicately put this back into place. Okay, so the 2 front screws are in, and I actually was not happy with the nut on the last channel selector, so I found another one and a GE lock washer from behind, as this didn't have a lock washer on it. Prevents any of this from moving in any way. Alright, attention to detail. Alright, the top board's back on, and I will start to do the track extensions, exposed copper, and then start the resoldering process and neaten and tidy that all up. Okay, track's exposed, and ready now for the tinning and then lacquer. Alright, so the tracks were done, cleaned with IPA alcohol, and then gave a coat of board lacquer. Alright, now what's left is just tidying up and cable tying where needed, and then reassembling begins. Okay, I'm now ready to button the radio back up again. I'll just go over all of what else has been done I didn't show in the previous video. I've neatened this up as much as possible. You can see all the cable ties that have been put on. In the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to remove all of the old wax lacing used to tie the loom together. Somebody did an excellent job of loom tying, and then actually laying it in wax beforehand. But anyway, that's all good. Channel selected in and done. That's buttoned back up. It only leaves now to test. I can't test until it's dry. So that'll go off over the next, half an hour or so. So that's it. I'll just put you on hold. All right, so here comes that time. We'll turn it on. There we go. No segments out. Alright, I'll start buttoning it back up again. There we go. Okay, the radio's all finished. And the channel selector is perfect. Okay, that's your lot. There's the toggle switch gone. External speaker. Pierce Simpson original new old stock mic. Look, it still has a lot of imperfections. The cosmetically, YouTube doesn't pick that up very well. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a beautiful radio now. So what am I going to do with the old selector? This one here. Alright, so what we're going to do is find some more resistor blocks. These, I haven't even checked to see if these are the same. These are a 1.7 kilo ohm, I think, 1.8 kilo ohm. Let's see if we can pick up what these are. Looks like a 1.8 kilo ohm. So I'll put those ones in because I know those ones are good. Alright guys, that's your lot. I can say that this radio is now finished. Just enjoy it. Thank you very much. Remember, comment, like and subscribe. Thank you for coming on the journey. You've seen some amazing trashy radios being returned to life over the last 4 or 5 days. A lot of work, a lot of man hours. I get asked a lot if I would sell them. Yes, I would sell them, but if I got the right price for them, because this is a lot of work. All right, thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.